Now at 9, the U.S. surpassing 500,000 COVID-19 deaths. Tonight, the latest on efforts to get more aid to millions of Americans.
Expanding resources, how Ball State's Counseling Center is hoping to help as students cope with the challenges of the pandemic.
It's starting to feel like spring, and I'll let you know for just how long ahead.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
America breaking another grim milestone today, more than 500,000 dead from COVID-19. Good evening, I'm Tyler Brumman.
And I'm Brooke Beasley. Thanks for being with us. The nation has seen more deaths than any other country.
Yeah, Brooke, that's right. Here in Indiana, Governor Eric Holcomb directing flags to be flown at half-staff. This is while people are remembering those lost throughout the pandemic. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers taking time away from discussing COVID relief efforts to honor the 500,000 Americans who've been killed by the virus.
Family members are grieving and reflecting on the lives of their loved ones taken from them far too soon.
If I could tell her anything, I said, babe, I love you so much.
She was my biggest role model.
Definitely going to be really hard without her.
As far as those relief efforts, the House Budget Committee voted to advance President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill today. The plan will be presented in front of the full House. The package includes $1,400 checks to Americans making less than $75,000 a year, an increase in the child tax credit, more money for vaccine distribution, and direct funding to state and local governments.
This is a starting point, not the ending point. We need Congress to pass my American Rescue Plan.
One Democrat joined Republicans in voting against the relief package. The bill could go to the House floor for a vote later this week.
Staying in Washington right now, the Biden administration also opening COVID relief to more businesses. The administration announced an expansion of the payment protection program that'll help minority-owned businesses as well as small businesses. Now, beginning Wednesday, companies with less than 20 employees will have a 2-week window to apply for funding. Then come March, new rules will allow some businesses previously not included in the program to participate. This includes those self-employed, sole proprietorships, and independent contractors. Now, the businesses, they're also going to be able to get in if they have non-fraud related felonies, as well as those behind on federal student loans, and some non-citizen residents. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. And meanwhile, tonight, the number of COVID-19 cases among children in the U.S. keeps dropping. The American Academy of Pediatrics reports less than 71,000 kids tested positive for the virus last week. That's the 5th decline in as many weeks. This comes as cases overall are dropping nationwide, including right here in Indiana. 10 states say they have had no COVID-related deaths among kids. COVID-19 has hit Ball State students hard, as we all know, and the Counseling Center, they're hoping to find new ways to help those who made it most. As
NewsLink Indiana's Madeline Kerr tells us, they're hoping new resources lead to shorter wait times for therapy and psychiatric help.
With freezing temperatures sweeping across the United States and the pandemic close to its 1-year mark, many Ball State students are spending their time alone indoors, which is affecting their mental health. Ball State University offers free counseling for students, but they aren't getting the help that they need because of long wait lists for appointments.
The waiting list is egregiously long simply because the counseling center is severely understaffed.
Initial evaluations can be done quickly, but actually sitting down with a therapist can take months.
It's about 3 or 4 months after my initial evaluation.
And for some students, that time can be deadly.
And not a lot of people have that much time.
Sources like WellTrack, which is an online wellness assessment, are provided as an alternative to students. The Counseling Center also recently introduced a virtual service called Let's Talk to help keep up with the demand for one-on-one sessions. Let's Talk offers brief one-time appointments with staff that are not treatment or therapy. Although it's useful for those that need brief sessions for problem solving, for others with more serious mental health issues, it isn't enough.
Finding a way to reach out and hire more full-time counselors is definitely the first thing.
In Muncie, Madeline Kerr, NewsLink Indiana.
Snow and record low temperatures have stalled shipments and deliveries of COVID-19 vaccine across the U.S. and may create delays for those set to get their second dose. Others scheduled to get their first shot may have had their appointment canceled. Both vaccines on the U.S. market require 2 doses, intended to be given 21 days apart for Pfizer and 28 days apart for Moderna. But if your appointment for a second vaccine dose was canceled because of weather delays or power outages, The CDC says you should still have time to get fully vaccinated, and that second dose can be administered up to 6 weeks after the first shot.
Let's head down south now. Almost all Texans have power back up and running after a week without it, as Texas thaws infrastructure problems do remain. While Houston was able to lift its boil water advisory yesterday afternoon, about 1/3 of the state was still under a boil water notice, and many others are dealing with the damage left by broken water pipes as well as flooding. And obviously, Brooke, we're not dealing with the situation here quite that bad. I know it's been cold, but a warm-up is on the way. You know, we're excited for it, right?
Very excited. Very excited indeed.
We need the warmer weather.
Yes.
Natasha Leland, good evening to you. What do we got?
Well, we did see that warmer weather today. Mid to upper 30s. We're seeing 35 in Indianapolis, 37 degrees currently here in Muncie. But we are going to continue to see these temperatures warm as we go throughout the week. And we'll also see some breezy conditions tonight and also a lot of sunshine. I'll be giving you more details tonight in my full forecast.
All right, Natasha, thank you so much. Federal prosecutors have now charged at least 250 people in connection with the January 6th Capitol riot. That's according to a CNN analysis of records and Department of Justice announcements. The latest person accused in the riot, Ryan Ashlock of Westwood, Kansas, who faces a number of charges, including obstruction of Congress. Ashlock also faces a conspiracy charge in connection to a group said to be associated with the Proud Boys. No word yet on what his plea will be in court. 5 people, including a Capitol police officer, were killed in that riot. Brooke?
The Cherokee Nation is asking Jeep to stop using its tribe's name on its SUVs. Jeep has been selling its Cherokee brand models for about 45 years. The automaker says its vehicle names have been carefully chosen over the years to celebrate Native American people for their nobility and pride. But the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation says having their name plastered on the side of a car does not honor them, even if it comes from a well-intended place. Jeep says it is committed to an open dialogue with the tribe over this issue.
Still ahead here on this Monday night, opening during a pandemic, how a new bar is hoping to get customers in the door while keeping them safe.
Plus, you might soon need to check your computer. Why security experts say Mac users are at risk.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
All right, welcome back. Some Indiana restaurants and bars are returning to normal business hours as states are seeing fewer COVID-19 cases. Even a new restaurant and bar opened in its doors to the Muncie community. NewsLink Indiana's Lily Cedardahl tells us how it's been for the owner to open during a pandemic.
Located on the east side of Muncie, welcomes new restaurant and bar, The Hitching Post. Owner Tina Bladen is no foreigner to this location as she has found her way back to the space 15 years later. Although when Bladen returned, it wasn't what she first remembered.
When I came in here, it just needed help. And we just kind of went from there. And once I started doing it, it just kind of grew.
However, uprooting the building wasn't Bladen's only obstacle to overcome.
The COVID, you're kind of limited on what you can do. I want a place that we can come to and everybody can have a good time, have a good meal, where they feel safe.
And how Bladen plans on making people feel safe?
As soon as you walk in the door, there's a sanitizer, there's a mask. I plan on social distancing. And I mean, I've got the space to be able to do that.
The goal is that the space stands out in the community by the Western-themed space, many Nashville-inspired decorations, and home-cooked meals. Hitching Post is already sparking attention for the games, drinks, and music to come. Bladen hopes to target Ball State students as well as the rest of the community to feel welcomed.
There's places here in town that just kind of like cater to the locals, but I'd like to get a little bit of everyone in here.
Hitching Post's soft opening took place this afternoon. However, Bladen has not yet selected a grand opening date. In Muncie, Lily Cedardahl, NewsLink, Indiana.
For more information on future hours of operation and menu items, you can visit the Hitching Post Facebook page.
An investigation now underway into the cause of Saturday's mid-air engine failure aboard a United Airlines flight. Boeing is recommending all airlines suspend operations of some Boeing 777s. The engine of the plane caught fire in midair 20 minutes into the Denver to Honolulu flight. The National Transportation Safety Board says a preliminary investigation shows 2 fan blades were fractured and the remaining blades showed signs of damage. The FAA issued an emergency order to step up inspections on the 777s. Experts say this is drawing attention to an overlooked problem following similar incidents in recent years.
We've been playing Russian roulette with this problem for years now, and it's finally catching up with us. It's time to do something about it.
Is warning customers of a data breach in its Little Clinic pharmacy service. The breach did not impact grocery data but could have involved personal health and insurance information used at the pharmacy. Kroger said there was unauthorized access to a software they used called Excellion. Grocery Pharmacy and other chains like Ralph's, Harris Teeter, and Fred Meyer stores may also have been involved in the breach. No credit or debit card data was stolen, but there is a potential risk of identity theft. Kroger says it is in the process of reaching out to affected customers and will provide free credit monitoring to anyone affected.
Speaking of cyber attacks, security officials are also worried about malicious software impacting nearly 30,000 Mac computers around the globe. You're going to want to hear this one. The malware is called Silver Sparrow. No one knows just yet what it does. Researchers say it contains a self-destruct mechanism, meaning it can delete any trace of itself. Experts say Silver Sparrow originated on Apple's in-house M1 chip, which was only released back in November. Officials believe it may emerge as a serious threat to people using Macs. The software has been discovered in 153 countries.
And while fighting this malware, Apple also announcing its plan to get working on 6G wireless speeds. This comes just a few months after the company launched its first iPhones with 5G wireless speeds. It said when 6G becomes available, it could enable speeds of up to 100 times faster than 5G. The company posted job ads looking for engineers in its Silicon Valley and San Diego offices, which focus on advanced wireless technology. While 6G is not likely to be implemented until 2030, Apple appears to want to be at the forefront in the next major advancement in network speed. Apple has yet to add 5G capability to devices like the Apple Watch and iPad and still sells iPhones that use older 4G technology.
9:13 here on this Monday night. Talking weather now. Natasha, a warm-up on the way, right?
Yes, we're going to see a little tease of spring this week, but I'll have more details in my full forecast next.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot.
but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other.
On a deeper level. Father,
Cosplayer,
mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Looking live right now over campus. Very beautiful out there. The sun has already set. The snow, we hope, is melting away. And by the way, even though the sun is down now, I know me and you, we were looking out the window earlier. Such a beautiful sunset tonight.
It was beautiful. It was pink, purple. It was perfect. It was heavenly. Yeah.
I wish we had pictures to show everybody. It looked really nice out there, really mesmerizing.
Yeah.
So a nice sunset, but also we're hoping for some nice weather, warmer weather. You want that, right?
I would love some warmer weather, Tyler.
Yeah.
I really would.
We really need it. So Natasha, 40s, 50s, maybe even the 60s? No, probably not the 60s.
I've got some good news for you guys. Of 45 degrees. That's going to be a similar trend as we go throughout the week. Actually, last Monday we only saw a high of 18 degrees, and that's a 27-degree difference from today. Now, we also saw 8 to 12 inches of snow last week, but last night we saw just 0.04 inches of rain. So that's a big difference from snow, and it's a very welcome. Temperatures right now are in the mid to upper 30s, 36 degrees in Shelbyville, 35 degrees in Indianapolis, 37 degrees currently here in Muncie. Those temperatures are going to stay the same as we go throughout the night tonight, only getting to about 36 degrees. Temperatures actually rising as we go throughout the night. Clouds increasing, seeing mostly cloudy skies, and also those winds are going to be gusty still. Could see gusts up to 31 miles per hour. By the time we get into Tuesday morning, those gusts reaching about 22, 23 miles per hour. And then as we get into the afternoon, those winds really dying down, and we're going to have calm winds by the time we get into the evening. On the radar, you see those skies. We saw a bit of clearing for the sunset. Those clouds coming back in, they're going to be sticking with us throughout the night tonight. However, when we get into tomorrow, we're going to see partly sunny skies, so more sunshine, warmer temperatures, 41 degrees for the high. Those winds, again, going to be strong in the morning, but they're going to die down as we get throughout the afternoon. And we are going to see this warmer weather stick with us for a while. Actually, here, the week of February 28th to March 4th, we have a high possibility of seeing above average temperatures. So that is very exciting, and also making us start to think of spring, which is only 26 days away. So that is very exciting. I'm personally ready for this spring weather. Now here's a look at the mid 7-day forecast. You're going to see lots of sunshine, those temperatures in the low 40s. That's going to be about average, a little bit above average. And then as we get into the weekend, you're going to see those temperatures really climb. Could see 50 degrees for Sunday. That's also our next best chance of seeing some rain, possibly some snow mixed in, but with those temperatures being so high, the snow's not looking very likely, but it is a forecast that I am really looking forward to.
So the 60s for me was just wishful thinking, right?
60s wishful thinking for a while.
And I know last Friday morning I gave our good pal Morgan Taylor a standing ovation. I'll give you one as well. A nice little standing ovation, because that's a good weather forecast. So again, Natasha, we're happy to see the warmer weather, right?
Yes, very happy.
So
excited
of course,
for it.
we hope that it sticks around spring. We can't wait for it. Natasha, thank you so much. Vinny, hopefully the sports action is just as good. What we got?
Coming up in sports, we've got area sectional swimming results. Plus, we'll tell you who's playing who in sectional basketball action. It's a busy time of the year in high school sports. We'll have all that and more after the break.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back. I'm Vincent Martirano with sports. Plenty of local high school swimming teams competing in the Jay County sectional meet over the weekend. Once again, the Delta Eagles taking home the winning trophy, winning their 7th straight sectional title. Following the Eagles, Muncie Central coming in 3rd place, Blackford finishing in 5th, and Muncie Burris coming in 9th. Delta taking 7 individual events at the meet, including Brady Samuel's record-breaking performance in the 50-yard freestyle, setting the new sectional record at 20.19 seconds. Sam Bennett also setting the new sectional record in the diving competition with a score of 674.05. Both Samuels and Bennett committing to compete at Purdue next season.
For guys like Brady and I, we're just trying to make our mark in Delta's IHSAA history. And so seeing those names up on the wall, that's what but when we compete in this pool at home meets, we're trying to live to the standards that the records on those walls set, or even surpass them and set our own standards.
And as swimming sectionals wrap up, basketball sectionals are just getting started. And if you know anything about Indiana basketball, you know this is everyone's favorite time of the year. Let's take a look at our local sectional matchups. In 1A, we've got Westdale facing Liberty Christian. Then Game 4, Cowan getting the bye. They'll face the winner of Tri-Central and Daleville. Next up in 2A, Wapahani in Game 1 and Monroe Central in Game 2. They will be competing at the Elwood site. Then at Blackford, the Bruins taking on Madison Grant in Game 2. Now how about 3A? In Newcastle, Game 1 is Yorktown and Pendleton Heights. Game 2 is Jay County and Delta. And then 2 area teams receiving the bye, Muncie Burris in Game 3 and Newcastle in Game 4. Finally in 4A, playing in Richmond, Game 1 is Muncie Central and Anderson. Getting off the court and putting on the pads, Newcastle sending off 2 seniors to fulfill their collegiate football dreams, and one of them sticking close to home. Justin Wills is continuing his academic and athletic careers just 45 minutes from where he grew up at Anderson University. His teammate Alex Gibson branching out from Indiana. Gibson moving up north to Carroll University in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And finally tonight, NFL legend Deion Sanders just won his first game as a collegiate football coach, leading Jackson State in an absolute massacre over Edward Waters. But the moment was somewhat dampened when Sanders said someone broke into the locker room during the game and stole his personal items. Sanders' reaction about how most people would feel.
I have mixed emotions. We won. The
kids played really well. But while the game was going on, somebody came in and stole every darn thing I had in my locker room, in the coach's office. Yep, credit cards, wallet, watches. Thank God I had on my necklaces. How?
I think he's upset.
Right, I mean, how is the question? How does someone just get into the locker room and take his belongings?
Yeah, in all seriousness though, primetime, I feel bad for the guy, you know, really good guy. He did a lot during his time in the NFL and, you know, now he's doing big things as a coach, but again, he had stuff stolen from him. I can't blame him for being
He's trying to
upset.
get back in, it was just repercussions he wasn't looking for.
Yeah, even though he didn't get a win there, at least he got a win in the actual game itself, and hopefully his team continues to do well. Vinny, thank you so much. Natasha, she's got a final check of our weather when we come back, plus our anchor pick stories. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Can you help me? I got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now?
Right now. You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Brooke and I, we picked a couple stories for you here tonight. Time for our anchor picks. Are you a big fan of Taco Bell, Brooke?
I love Taco Bell.
What's your favorite menu item?
I love the cheesy gordita crunch. I get it every single time.
Amazing. I'm a big quesadilla fan myself, and guess what? You're soon going to have another option. Taco Bell is potentially adding a new item to its menu. Let's talk about this. The fast food chain is testing a new crispy chicken sandwich taco. So they're getting in the chicken sandwich war, I guess you could say. The meal features fried chicken, marinated jalapeno buttermilk coated in tortilla chip shell shaped like a taco, and it's topped with chipotle sauce. It sounds so good. It's starting next month. Taco Bell is going to test it in Nashville and Charlotte. But if you want it here in Indiana, you're going to have to wait, Brooke. So, yeah, very, very unfortunate. The national rollout is expected to happen later this year.
Keep your furry friends safe from the cold weather conditions. A dog in Dallas fell into a frozen pool after sniffing around the backyard. Thankfully, her owner was nearby and heard the commotion with help from another dog. The neighbor's dog's barking alerted them to what was going on. The dog's family staying with neighbors because of a busted pipe in their home. The dog Zoya was rescued without any injuries. Animal Services are reminding everyone to keep a close eye on their pets, especially with these record-breaking cold conditions.
Yeah, definitely some important advice, and of course we're happy that the dog is doing okay.
Yes,
so,
very much.
of course, keep a hold of your pets. The good news, though, warmer weather on the way. Natasha Leland, the good news.
Yes, we are going to see a warmer week ahead. We're going to see temperatures in the 40s, possibly getting up to 50 by Sunday. Lots of sunshine in the forecast until we get to Sunday again. That's when we're going to see our best chance of rain, but it looks like it's going to be a very pleasant week.
All right, happy to see that 50 on Sunday. Natasha, thank you so much. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.